Alright, what is going on, guys? So today I have a little bit of a different kind of video for you. I've been wanting to upload more than once a week for a little while now. I've been doing once a week covers / original songs for quite a while now. And I figured a good way to do that would be to do sort of like discussion type videos, kind of behind the scenes type things. So let me know if you think that's a good idea, and I have a couple ideas lined up, so I guess we'll just give it a shot and see how it goes. So today's video, we're going to be taking a look at one of my guitars, which is my 2014 Fender Stratocaster American Standard. Now, I got this guitar about 2 years ago, and it is currently my favorite guitar, actually. It's really fun to play. It's really fast. It's got a, you can see a really thin neck on it, and it's a matte finish on the back of the neck. So it's really, really fast, it's real comfortable, and it's really easy to play. I love the S-style body shape for guitars. I find it really, really ergonomical. So kind of how I ended up picking this specific one, a couple years ago when I was looking for a new guitar, I actually had a Strat at the time, although it was a Mexican Strat, not an American one. And I did a little bit pick this guitar based off of color. I mean, I think the black body with the black pickguard and the white outline looks really cool. I also wanted a rosewood fingerboard because I kind of like how it feels a little bit better than maple. And I also wanted one that had a humbucker because, I mean, as you know, if you've seen a lot of my videos, I play heavier style music. So having a humbucker would be a must for getting those kinds of heavier tones out of this guitar. There's actually an interesting story about when I first got this thing. I bought it used from a company that will remain nameless, but it needed a truss rod adjustment because the frets from about 10 to 15 were basically unplayable on the top 3 strings. They would just mute out because the neck was bowed inward like that. So it needed a truss rod adjustment, which isn't that big a deal. But at the time, this bolt right here, or nut, whatever you use to adjust it, was stripped out completely and you couldn't turn it. So this thing actually got a new adjuster put in it. You can see there it was kind of drilled out and then refinished. That was a fun adventure. It actually took a long time to get that done because the guy that I had doing it, he needed some kind of part from Fender and he said they were out of them and he was waiting forever on them. So one day, me and my mom went on Amazon and looked, and they had the part on Amazon for like $11. So it sat for like 2 months for no reason. So, but we got it fixed, got the truss rod adjustment, and it has been flawless ever since. I currently have a set of 11 gauge strings on here because this is typically the guitar, as I said, I use for heavier songs. And my other main guitar is a Les Paul. This guitar actually sounds better detuned than the Les Paul does. So this is the guitar I typically use for a drop C, all the way down to, I've actually done a song in drop G with this guitar, believe it or not, and that was Living the Dream by a 5-Finger Death Punch. It actually didn't sound too bad, which was surprising. I also have adjusted the height of the humbucker a little bit. I've pushed it up a little bit to get closer to the strings. I feel like it gives that a little bit more of a punch to the tone. Here is the string set that I currently have on there. You can see all the gauges listed there. Actually, I am thinking about getting 12s for this. I know the heavier you go with strings, they get harder to bend and that kind of thing. Actually, right now the 6th string is a 13 because when I was putting my last set of 11s on here, I actually broke the string when I was trying to put it on, and I didn't have any more of them. So I had a couple of extra strings laying around. One of the ones I had was a 13 from one of my sets for my Les Paul, because I usually do 10s on that guitar. and actually having this 13 on here right now, it's kind of hard to bend, but it's not hateful. So I feel like going over 12, which would be a little bit easier to bend than this string even, I don't feel like it would be too bad. And this is also the guitar I typically write music with. I have it hooked up to my amp right here, and I'll let you hear it a little bit. It's not going to be the more refined tone you usually hear in my cover videos, because I'm not going to run it through a DAW or anything. I'm just going to play it straight from the amp so you can hear kind of how I hear it usually when I'm just messing around with it. I'll play a little bit of riffing down on the lower strings, and then I'll also switch the pickup to the humbucker and the middle single coil, which is what I typically use for lead. I'll give you a little bit of lead as well. I've currently got the guitar in drop B, which is the tuning I used for my cover of Top of the World by Five Finger Death Punch. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. That's about all I got to say about my Strat here, and thanks. Have a great day.
Am I here to find it, or am I here to lose? Getting sick and tired of walking in these shoes. My time, all this time, I don't know what I can do. But one thing is for certain, I know I don't need